Some cars are rare because they're exotic or expensive, but others are rare for surprising reasons. These normal cars might not seem special at first glance, but their limited production numbers, unique features, or unusual designs make them stand out among vintage car lovers. Whether it's a limited edition model, a car with a unique history, or one with specs you don't often see, these cars are hard to find and highly valued by collectors today. Let's look at 12 of these uncommon cars, starting with one that had an unexpected sporty side. Number 12. Crossfire SRT6. The Crossfire SRT6 was Chrysler's shot at giving us a car that's both good-looking and fast. On the outside, it had the sharp, sporty design you'd expect from a car that turns heads at stoplights, but underneath the hood, it was a beast. This car came with a supercharged 3.2-liter V6 engine that cranked out a solid 330 horsepower. It could hit 60 miles per hour in just over 5 seconds, which means it could leave many normal cars in the dust. While still looking like it belonged in a business parking lot. At its core, the Crossfire SRT6 was based on the everyday Chrysler Crossfire, a car you would expect to see in the office parking lot. But Chrysler turned this normal sports coupe into something extraordinary by producing just 14,000 SRT6 models between 2005 and 2006. 2 years and done. It's like they gave us a taste of luxury and speed, then yanked it away, leaving enthusiasts scrambling to claim one. If you're hunting for one, prepare to shell out somewhere between $15,000 and $25,000 for a well-maintained model. But hey, that's not a bad deal for something that combines German engineering. It shared a lot with the Mercedes SLK, with American flair. Think of it as the mullet of the car world. Business on the outside, party under the hood. If you want a ride that's as rare as it is fun to drive, the Crossfire SRT6 might just be your match. Number 11. 1979 M81 McLaren Mustang. From Chrysler's daring sports coupe, we moved to Ford's bold experiment with the 1979 M81 McLaren Mustang, a car that proves Ford wasn't afraid to swing for the fences, even if sales didn't exactly follow through. This was Ford's bold idea, to team up with McLaren. Yes, that McLaren, known for Formula One greatness, to build a high-performance Mustang like no other. The plan was to produce 250 units, but with a sticker price of over $25,000, more than a Corvette at the time, buyers didn't exactly line up. In the end, only 10 cars were ever made. Under the hood, this Mustang had a turbocharged 2.3-liter four-cylinder engine pumping out 175 horsepower. Now, that might not sound like much compared to today's standards, but back in 1979, this was cutting edge. Plus, it wasn't just about raw power, it was about the total package. The M81 McLaren came with upgraded suspension, brakes, and unique bodywork that made it stand out from its pony car siblings. The lightweight aluminum panels weren't just there for show. They added to the car's performance by shaving off some pounds. Fast forward to today, and spotting an M81 McLaren Mustang is like finding a needle in a haystack. If you do, expect to fork over more than $100,000. It's become a prized collector's item, not just because of its rarity, but because it represents Ford's gutsy attempt to push the Mustang into a different league. It's like that one cool uncle in the family, different from the rest, but unforgettable. Number 10. First Gen Rav4 EV, 1997 to 2003. From turbocharged Mustangs to trailblazing electric SUVs, our next car on this list takes us in a completely different direction. The Toyota Rav4 EV wasn't just another SUV, it was a pioneer in the world of electric vehicles. Back in the late 1990s and early 2000s, EVs weren't exactly mainstream, so Toyota's decision to launch an all-electric version of its popular RAV4 was bold. Powered by a nickel metal hydride battery, this SUV offered a range of about 95 miles on a single charge. Sure, that might sound modest today, but at that time, It was a big deal for an electric vehicle. Here's where it gets interesting. Toyota only produced 1,484 units of the first-gen RAV4 EV. Most were leased to customers in California as part of a pilot program. When those leases ended, a lot of these cars were sadly scrapped, making the survivors even rarer today. This car wasn't just ahead of its time, it was practically from another planet in the world of SUVs. If you're lucky enough to find one of these electric pioneers in good condition, expect to pay a pretty penny, upwards of $30,000. But price aside, owning one of these is like owning a piece of automotive history. For vintage EV enthusiasts, the Rav4 EV is a rare and quirky gem. Plus, let's face it, driving one is the ultimate way to say, I was into EVs before it was cool. Number 9. Saab 9.5 SportCombi. Now, let's talk about a station wagon that's more elusive than a good parking spot at the mall during the holidays. The Saab 9.5 SportCombi. This car wasn't your typical grocery getter. It combined Swedish practicality with turbocharged performance, wrapped in a sleek and distinctive design. It was Saab's Hail Mary attempt to bring their brand back to life, but sadly, the SportCombi didn't get the chance to shine. While the Saab 9.5 SportCombi is now a unicorn in the car world, it started as a normal station wagon meant to revive Saab's fortunes. With only 27 units of the 2012 model made before the company's financial struggles shut it down, spotting one today is rarer than catching a UFO on your dash cam. But what makes the SportCombi special isn't just its rarity. This wagon had features ahead of its time, like adaptive headlights and, of course, Saab's signature turbocharged engines. Add in a spacious interior and sporty handling, and you've got a car that was as fun to drive as it was practical. Today, the 9.5 SportCombi has a loyal cult following, and finding one is like hitting the jackpot. If you do stumble across one, be ready to spend well over $50,000. For Saab enthusiasts, this car is the ultimate collector's item, a bittersweet reminder of what could have been if the brand had survived. It's the kind of wagon that makes minivans look like yesterday's news and proves that wagons can be cool, even if they're rare enough to make Bigfoot jealous. Number 8. Ford Focus SVT. Let's switch gears and talk about the Ford Focus SVT, the little car that could, and did, bring some serious fun to the compact car scene. The Ford Focus SVT may look like the standard Focus you'd see on every suburban street, but Ford's special vehicle team turned this normal compact into a pocket rocket. With a 170 horsepower 2.0-liter engine, sport-tuned suspension, and a 6-speed manual transmission, this car could transform your daily commute into a back-road adventure. Despite its zippy performance and great handling, Ford kept it exclusive, producing only about 14,000 units during its 3-year run. And as with most sporty cars, plenty of these were driven hard and retired early, leaving even fewer in mint condition today. Enthusiasts love the Focus SVT for its affordable mix of performance and practicality. Not to mention, it's tied to Ford's racing heritage. If you're on the hunt for one, clean examples can be found, but prices range between $8,000 and $15,000, depending on condition and mileage. That's not a bad deal for a car that delivers big on fun while being small in size. It's perfect for someone who wants a collectible with a bit of a rebellious streak. Think of it like the cool cousin who shows up at family barbecues in a leather jacket and sunglasses. The Ford Focus SVT is proof that good things really do come in small packages. Number 7. Volkswagen Passat W8 Sedan. On the surface, the Volkswagen Passat W8 looked like any other family sedan, a practical, reliable car you'd see parked at soccer games or office lots. But Volkswagen had something different in mind for this normal sedan. Beneath its unassuming exterior was a unique 4.0-liter W8 engine pumping out 270 horsepower. This surprising twist turned the Passat W8 into a smooth, powerful cruiser capable of keeping up with the flashier performance cars. Its subtle design earned it the nickname of a luxury sleeper, proving that not all power needs to shout. Volkswagen produced the Passat W8 from 2001 to 2004, but fewer than 11,000 units were sold worldwide. Only a fraction of those made it to the US, making it a rare find today. But while it had the power to turn heads, its complexity, and let's be honest, its tendency to send mechanics into fits scared off many buyers. Maintaining a W8 engine wasn't cheap, which is part of why this car remains such an exclusive ride. For collectors, though, the Passat W8 is a gem. Prices for a well-maintained model can range from $10,000 to $20,000, depending on the condition. And here's a cheeky thought. If you're looking for a car that's subtle on the outside but packs a punch underneath, this one's like showing up to date night in a suit with nothing but boxers underneath. It's proof that boring doesn't always mean basic, and rare doesn't always have to be flashy. Number 6. Pontiac Solstice Coupe. If there's one car that proves short and sweet can also mean rare and valuable, it's the Pontiac Solstice Coupe. Produced for just 2 model years, Pontiac built only 1,266 coupes, making it a much rarer find than the more common convertible version. Think of it as the sibling that didn't hang around long enough to get into family photos. The Solstice Coupe wasn't just a pretty face, though. It had the performance to back up its striking looks. Powered by a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder engine that churned out 260 horsepower, it offered a thrilling and nimble driving experience. The sleek targa top design added a touch of sophistication, while its sharp handling made it a joy on twisty roads. Since Pontiac shut down in 2010, the Solstice Coupe's rarity has only added to its allure. It's become a collector's dream, especially for those who appreciate its blend of sporty performance and eye-catching design. If you're looking to snag one, be prepared to spend upwards of $30,000 for a well-kept example, and it's worth every penny. Here's another cheeky thought. Owning a Solstice Coupe is like dating a supermodel who also knows how to fix cars. It's rare, stunning, and surprisingly capable. Whether you're taking it out for a spirited drive or showing it off at a car meet, this Pontiac guarantees you'll be the center of attention for all the right reasons. Number 5. Plymouth Prowler Woodward Edition, 1999. The Plymouth Prowler might look like it belongs in a superhero movie, but at its heart, it was a production car that anyone could buy. Well, if they were lucky enough. The Woodward Edition takes the already unique Prowler and makes it one of the rarest normal cars around. Only 153 units of this special edition were built, making it the rarest Prowler variant by far. What sets it apart? The Woodward Edition came in a sleek 2-tone paint job, Prowler silver on top and black below, giving it a sharp, custom look. It also featured chrome wheels and exclusive badging. Under the hood, it had a 3.5-liter V6 engine producing 253 horsepower. While the performance was decent, the Prowler was never about sheer power. It was about standing out in its wild, hot rod-inspired design, a look you wouldn't expect from a car rolling off a production line. What makes this car truly special is how few of them were made. With only 153 out there, spotting one today is a rare treat. Prices for the Woodward Edition range from $40,000 to $60,000 depending on its condition. This car is proof that even normal production vehicles can achieve legendary status with a mix of bold design and exclusivity. It's the kind of car that makes you do a double take, reminding us that normal doesn't have to mean boring, it can also mean rare. Number 4. Chevrolet HHR Panel SS. The Chevrolet HHR Panel SS started as a no-nonsense cargo hauler. Its panel design and expansive cargo space made it the perfect choice for small business owners, delivery drivers, and anyone who needed practicality on 4 wheels. But Chevrolet decided to spice things up by dropping in a turbocharged 2.0-liter engine cranking out 260 horsepower. Suddenly, this workhorse wasn't just about moving stuff, it was about moving fast. Your everyday grocery run could double as a drag strip warm-up lap in this quirky mashup of utility and speed. Chevrolet only offered the HHR Panel SS for 2 years, from 2008 to 2009. and kept production extremely limited. Fewer than 1,000 units were ever made, making it a rare sight on the road. Its combination of utility, thanks to the panel design with loads of cargo space, and sporty performance made it a car that could haul in more ways than one. For collectors, the HHR Panel SS is a unique blend of fun and functionality. Well-maintained examples are now selling for $20,000 to $30,000, depending on mileage and condition. That's a small price to pay for a car that can deliver packages by day and burn rubber by night. If you're looking for a car that's as rare as it is versatile, the HHR Panel SS is proof that even the oddballs of the automotive world can leave a lasting impression. It's like the Swiss Army knife of cars. Useful, surprising, and undeniably cool in its own quirky way. Number 3. Saturn Ion Redline Quad Coupe. The Saturn Ion Redline Quad Coupe was Saturn's surprising foray into sporty compact cars, and it didn't disappoint. Built with affordability and performance in mind, it featured a supercharged 2.0-liter engine pumping out 205 horsepower. That might not sound like muscle car territory, but for a budget-friendly compact, it packed plenty of punch. One standout feature was its quirky design, which included rear suicide doors, a bold choice that set it apart from its competitors. Produced between 2004 and 2007, Saturn made fewer than 6,000 units, adding to its rarity today. While it wasn't flashy or packed with luxury features, the Ion Redline offered solid performance at an affordable price, making it a favorite for young drivers and enthusiasts looking for a sporty ride without breaking the bank. What makes it normal is that it was built on the same platform as the standard Saturn Ion, an everyday, no-frills car designed for commuters. But the Redline transformed that practicality into something exciting, proving that even budget-friendly cars could deliver a thrilling driving experience. Today, this rare compact is a collector's dream for those who appreciate its unique blend of utility and performance. Prices for the Saturn Ion Redline typically range from $5,000 to $12,000, depending on the condition and mileage. If you're looking for an affordable slice of 2000s automotive history, this little sleeper car might just be the hidden gem you've been waiting for. Number 2. Fiat Jolly, from 1958 to 1966. The Fiat Jolly might look like a toy car designed for beachside glamour, but it was based on something much more humble, the Fiat 500 and 600, two of Italy's most practical and affordable cars of the time. These small, dependable vehicles were the epitome of normal, built to get everyday folks around efficiently and affordably. However, Fiat decided to partner with Ghia to transform this workhorse into something completely unexpected, a cheerful, open-air cruiser meant for sunny coastal escapes. The Jolly swapped out practicality for personality. Its wicker seats, no doors, and canopy roof made it impractical for anything other than leisurely drives on warm, dry days. But that's exactly what it was designed for: short trips around luxurious resorts, seaside towns, or aboard yachts. This car turned the mundane into the whimsical, elevating something normal into a rare collectible. Fewer than 3,000 units were ever made between 1958 and 1966, making it incredibly rare today. Despite its playful appearance, the Jolly was a legitimate production car, with the reliability of Fiat's everyday models at its core. Today, the Jolly is a prized collectible, with prices ranging from $75,000 to over $100,000, depending on its originality and condition. It's proof that even the most ordinary foundations can create something extraordinary. The Jolly might have started as a regular Fiat, but it ended up as a car that embodies carefree luxury, a delightful twist on normal. Number 1. Volkswagen Phaeton W12, from 2002 to 2006. We've reached the final car on our list, and it's a sleeper in every sense of the word: the Volkswagen Phaeton W12. At first glance, it might look like just another well-dressed sedan, But don't let the subtle styling fool you. This car shares its platform with the Bentley Continental, bringing top-tier luxury and performance to a Volkswagen badge. Under the hood is a monstrous 6.0-liter W12 engine pumping out 444 horsepower, making it more of a rocket in disguise. Than your typical luxury cruiser. Volkswagen aimed high with the Phaeton, hoping to compete with luxury heavyweights like Mercedes and BMW. But despite its advanced features and insane comfort levels, seriously, it even had an air-conditioned glove box. The Phaeton W12 didn't fly off the lots. Fewer than 2,000 units were sold in the US, partly because buyers couldn't wrap their heads around paying Bentley money for a Volkswagen. Now, here's where it gets fun. The Phaeton was designed to cruise at 186 miles per hour for hours on end without breaking a sweat. But let's be real, most of these ended up parked outside office buildings or in suburban driveways, living life at a cool 40 miles per hour. Today, its rarity and Bentley connection make it a hidden gem for collectors. With prices ranging from $15,000 to $30,000, the Phaeton W12 is one of the most affordable ways to own a car that shares DNA with a Bentley. It's understated on the outside, but luxury enthusiasts know what's under the hood. Driving one is like showing up to a black tie event in a $5,000 tuxedo and secretly having the Bentley badge tucked in your wallet. It's subtle, sophisticated, and undeniably rare. These 12 cars might look normal at first glance, but their rarity, unique features, and limited production numbers make them standout gems in the world of vintage cars. Which of these would you want in your garage? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more rare car content.